What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Reacting on episode of 3 and 4 of Sangatsu. 3 Gatsu, March comes in like a line, whatever you want to call it. So, 3 and 4 together, doing that. This isn't necessarily going to be a moving thing forward, like we're not necessarily doubling every time, but you know, a little bit here and there. I've been recommended 3 and 4 go well together. I think 6 and 7 go well together, or maybe 7 and 8. I don't really remember, but a lot of that conversation takes place in the Discord. Shout out the Discord, it's in the description, free to join, but yeah, so just a little extra treat. Sangatsu, what's going on, etc. Let me also just shout out Sangatsu as a whole. This is kind of copyright wise, dude. Copyright wise, Sangatsu is lit. Okay, no restrictions. Literally, I can just post the thing full, and they let me. That is so sweet of them, bro. I literally am out here like suffering trying to get Fate Zero episode 2 out, and Sangatsu just chill with it. So I appreciate Sangatsu for that. In before this episode is going to be like nightmare hell trying to get out, but appreciate that Sangatsu. Just, you know, except I might mute the OP and ED on York, like on the YouTube video, because we've already heard it in episode 1 and 2, and it takes my monetization, and it's like, you know what I mean? So like a bunch of ads play that like I don't get the money for, so like low-key that's kind of weird, but otherwise, very lit. Now we talk about the show, which is much more important than copyright, but you know, just want to give it a little shout out. Oh my goodness, this woman I love. That's the most important thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about this show kind of macro, or like what the show is to my understanding, in like a meta way recently. That's what I've been thinking about for the last like week mostly, as opposed to like the events of the show itself. Because like my understanding of this show is, or like I'm kind of making an assumption here, but my kind of guess is that this is going to be sad, right? That kind of just, it gives me that impression, right? Just based on how people have talked about it. I haven't been outright spoiled on anything, but just like obviously these first 2 episodes have been pretty emotionally charged, right? We're getting to see Ray's suffering, you know, but also there's been so much like hope with the sisters that like we're kind of up, right? So like right now it seems that the show is a lot about healing after something really sad, as opposed to something really sad, you know? Right, so because this is obviously a really sad moment that we're getting like a flashback to here, but that's very different than actually playing out a really sad moment, you know what I mean? So it's like sad in retrospect, which is, it doesn't like emotionally, it's not trying to emotionally make me weep by showing that he's having had a depressing backstory. I mean, it could be to some degree, but you know, it's not like something actively is going wrong, it's more so like we're healing and this is the pain that we went through. So there's a lot more of like an optimistic lens that's going on. That's for these first 2 episodes. Based off of just like my assumptions on how the show's going to go, which are pretty unfounded, but just kind of based on how people have talked about the show vaguely, I'm assuming it's going to get sad, right? That it's like you know what I mean? That like something's going to go wrong. And that's probably been a little painfully obvious in the first 2 episodes I've watched, where like episode 1, I remember a lot of the post discussion I was talking about like the potential for, you know, like suicide or something of that regard, or like any sort of like self-destruction that Ray goes through, how that would impact the sisters and how that could feed back, you know, back into Ray, and like how that could be used for the storytelling. And then in episode 2 I had the little like schizo moment of their house is on fire, they're all dead. You know what I mean? Which was pretty much me losing my mind. I'm gonna be real. I was I don't know how much I was trolling, I don't know, but if you're always trolling, maybe you're never trolling, you know what I mean? But that kind of idea of like, I'm a little bit just scared, right? I'm a little bit scared that something wrong is going to happen, just because of that like inclination, right? I feel like whenever we're getting these sister scenes that I'm getting lulled into a sense of everything's okay, which makes me think something's going to go wrong with them and it's going to take away my only comfort net, and then I'm going to be freaking destroyed, you know? So like my reflex, my like emotional reflex is to shield myself from that by anticipating it, because if I can anticipate it, then it won't be able to get me. You know what I mean? That's not even a conscious behavior. That's like you know, I think that's just my emotional, like I need to, it's like a paranoia, right? I need to make sure I don't get emotionally, like, caught off guard, right? And that led me to think, like, well, what should I be doing with this show? How should I be engaging with this show? It's an interesting situation where, like, again, I'm going off the assumption the show is kind of designed to make me sad, right? That's part of the appeal of the show, is that it is emotionally charged in a sad way. And that got me thinking, like, what's the point of that, right? Like, why would I choose to watch a show that makes me sad, right? Going off that assumption. And it made me think to, like, like there is a very, I think, positive potentiality, positive potential from watching a sad show, right? Um, and because I've experienced that before, right? I mean, I watched a show. I'm gonna be vague just to because I think what made I'll be vague because the show that I watched, the reason it was so it caught it, like the reason it got me so emotionally hard is because it kind of caught me off guard, right? So I'll be vague as to not spoil anything in like a very vague way, but there's a show I watched when I was in like a pretty bad spot emotionally. And for a long time, it was like I was in like an apathetic fugue state, basically. And this show freaking broke the dam within me, and I sobbed like a baby. And I hadn't sobbed in years, man. It had been so long, and I used to cry a lot as a kid. So it was like my emotional response, which I was so used to being a part of me, had disappeared, and it finally came back. And it was like saying hello to a friend I hadn't seen in a long time. It was freaking pogged, right? It was one of my favorite emotional moments I've ever had, probably in my whole life, right? And the reason it happened was straight up, it was like a cathartic moment born from engaging with a piece of media, you know? And I was like, oh, that was really positive. So there's definitely reason to it for like an emotional, sad moment to hit you, to work. However, what I think is so interesting is that for me, I think it worked precisely because I wasn't like ready for it. Like what I mean by that is the emotion of sadness, right? For me has like in its own existence as the sad emotion has to do with a lack of control. You know what I mean? Where it's like if I have perfect control over a situation, then why would I be sad about it, right? Like to me, being sad is I've lost control of my emotions, my walls have been torn down, and then it all comes out, right? If I had control over the situation, then I would have control over my own feelings, and then I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't be sad, right? That's kind of, I think, how that emotion worked with me, you know? Where it's like, yeah, every time I feel like I've had a very strong emotional outburst, it's been exactly that, it bursting out. Something that I haven't been able to keep locked in, so it overflows, you know? And that can be good. That can be a good process, but that is the process, at least I think, and I think in how I think I've experienced it. So with something like Sangatsu, or just any show that is to some degree advertised as this will make you cry, because I'm sure you've heard that a million times in media recommendations of like, oh, I cried to this, you'll really like it. It's like, well, if I'm expecting to be emotionally respondent to this piece of media in that way, then it's like I don't know, it's like I have to let it in or something. Like it's weird because I don't know if I experience or if it has that same level of loss of control if you go into it with that in mind, right? If I think the show is going to hurt me emotionally, even if it's a good hurt, right? If it's going to make me sad, then I feel like I've had to, it's within my control to let it do that because I already know it's going to happen. So it like feels like there's this weird contradiction to me in a sad piece of media to even with how I experience sadness, right? And I think back to like the emotions, the times I've been like most emotional in like the last few years, and this is now kind of a separate point. There's this level of like overwhelm that I think I experience before I have an emotional like outburst, right? Where it's like I am so overwhelmed by like, and when I say emotional outburst, I mean like on it, like sobbing, like crying, like something really strong. Because every once in a while something will be so beautiful I'll shed a few tears, right? But that's kind of very much within a contained bubble where I could just not cry if I wanted to, right? I'm talking about like true emotional upheaval, right? I feel like most of the times when I experience that, it's because I'm so overwhelmed that I cannot process it. It's the same kind of thing I was talking about a second ago. However, that is somehow, like, I think that's kind of not, like, that's antithetical. That experience is somewhat antithetical to a reaction or to, like, any sort of week-by-week basis of consuming a piece of media, right? Because I watch these pretty much 1 or 2 a week, right? We're doing 2 this week. I've done 1 to 2 weeks prior, right? It's nice and spread out. It's not binged. So, like, how can I become emotionally overwhelmed if I have a week between each time to cope? You know what I mean? Where it's like, even if they're building up to something emotionally, I have a week to rationalize it, break it down to its assembly of parts, analyze it, and put it back together, right? That, to me, is a way to, like, process something that then gets me out of some sort of emotional overwhelm. So, like, it puts me in an interesting perspective where with, like, this show, perhaps the best way to experience it is to be purely, like for it to be something you experience out of control, right? Where you would, like, binge through it and be caught off guard and be overwhelmed, right? Perhaps that's the best way to experience the piece of media. But I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. I think it puts, because I've never really, like, cried really hard during one of these shows, like, you know what I mean? And part of it's the camera being there or whatever, right? But I think there's that extra element of, like, the week by week analysis type thing. Like, I think the closest I've been is, like, there's been a little bit of Monogatari. There was like here and there with Made in Abyss. Honestly, probably Made in Abyss was the strongest in a lot of ways. And because, man, bro, the immersion was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that was some good shit. But even then, like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best, and I won't get into it because, again, I won't try to, like, spoiler, I don't want to spoil random shows, but, yeah. So that puts me into an interesting perspective of, like, how overwhelmed could you make somebody in 25 minutes? And that's kind of a reason that I think doing these, like, maybe here and there 2 at a time would be better, so that it doesn't give me the emotional breathing room to dodge the emotions. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of just my thoughts on it, right? Because already, I mean, I very much empathize with this guy. I very much empathize with Ray, and the sisters are great, and I have a massive crush on this woman, right? Like, I'm gonna be real, she's freaking amazing, okay? I want her, like, in a, she's great, okay? Whoa, that was a bit fast. That was a bit quick for me to just say that all, but it was obvious last episode. I don't gotta pretend. You know what I mean? Like, my goodness gravy. Holy, you know what I mean, dog? But it's not even just this. It's also a little bit of this. You know what I mean? It's also this. It's both, okay? Honestly, it being both makes it better, right? Oh my goodness, she's perfect. But, like, I forget my point because I got freaking distracted by her. GG, basically. But yeah. That's kind of I very much empathize with him. I very much empathize with, like, I think some of his, like, emotional states that he's showing off. It's like, I kind of feel like, I've been there, and we've all been there in varying amounts, right? And so in that way, like, there's emotional connection being formed, but to leverage that emotional connection into something truly, like, overpowering, and then I say emotional, that's where I wonder, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe analysis has broken my brain. Maybe I've analyzed things too much and now I've lost the ability to experience them. You ever think about that? Maybe experience and analysis are antithetical to each other. Because once you analyze something too hard, how could you ever emotionally understand it? Because rationality and emotion are built on two different the two ends of the same gradient, okay? And so if you have too much of one, you lose part of the other. You ever think about that? You ever think about the failings of logic, the failings of the mind? What about the heart, bro? But the more I listen to my heart, the less I listen to my mind. How can I listen to both? Aristotle, you think you can bridge that gap? Confucius? I don't know. I don't know if I can control my natural inclinations that much, but I'm just kind of trolling at this point. But yeah, so that was, I don't know, that was just a thought I had about, like, the structure of a sad story and, like I don't know, just some thoughts on, like, how to experience that. Right, which is I think very relevant for this show because I'm expecting something like that, and so I don't know, maybe I'll kind of experiment a little bit in, like, approaching it a bit, which I guess we're doing with doing 2 episodes. So anything to do with last episode I wanted to talk about? I mean, we just kind of met some of the people, right? We met 3 of the shogi friends, like acquaintances. Saw another side to Akari. Got her name. Sorry. Yeah, I clarified my notes, by the way, so I'm not going to get confused on the sisters' names anymore. But yeah, we're going to see. Saw another side to Akari. Shout out my girl. She kind of a real one. Shout out the cats. Shout out Momo, I guess. I'll let it slide for now. Oh my goodness, wait. Am I going to see that shot again? Like, the ramen cups were, like, spilling, man. They're, like, leaning on each other. Yeah. I'm getting distracted by the groceries. I want some ramen, man. I love throwing up. I love puking. The festival about the spirits of the dead, right? Being attached to those who've passed. Their mom has passed recently, somewhat recently, recent enough. We're still a little vague on that, but I'd be curious to see where that goes. We got some nice stuff about, like, March City, the city being lit up or made into color rather, as Ray has, like, experienced traveling over the bridge. That was, like, a point here, which I thought. No matter where I walked, I felt like I was in a dream. A little bit of that fugue state. The town seemed to flicker in black and white. But that seemed to change, right? Where with because he says I'd been stressed out, but like, are you still stressed out? You know what I mean? I'm just worried. I'm very frightened. Anyways, we are doing 2, so let's just jump into the next episode. I'm thinking, should be exciting. I say that and then take off my headphones. Excuse me, you need to hear. Put those hose back on. All right, episode 3. Let's jump into it. All right. Notes looking good. Timer bottom left. Though you're not gonna need it because full opacity. Shout out the show. Let's get this going in a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang. Have a low sippy sip. You see, he drowns in the water. I drown in the Dr. Pepper. It's all black and white. That's fitting. I love how this show looks. I'm gonna say that every time, bro. This show got such good visuals. Freaking bump of chicken, bro. That sounds like I'm ordering food. Yeah, can I get that with a bump of chicken? Ooh, it's crazy. It's like, it looks like trees are growing, but they're vines. The ticket to a destination I lost somewhere. That's a good line. It's also like, I feel like the show's gonna be a lot about recontextualization. Like, how do I recontextualize shogi when I use shogi as like this coping mechanism for something so horrible that happened? Like, how do we disconnect these events from each other, especially when shogi is my living? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright. We gotta lock in, okay? No more getting distracted by the slice of life, okay? 7 a.m. on the dot. I knew that would happen. Give me my subtitles, man. Wait, it says they're here. Oh, it wasn't on full subtitles. Oh, shit. You know what? We'll get that line later. He's probably complaining about a headache. We're fine. Says he's gonna lock in and misses the first line of dialogue because of no subtitles. Bro's chilling right now. Okay. 6th block of the Lion King tournament. Okay, that's the self-proclaimed rival. What are you gonna do over summer vacation? It gives you a lot of free time. Lots of free time. Shout out the cicadas. Harunobu. What the hell is happening? Yo, Bloods.
夏休みになるとデパートの屋上などで毎年子供将棋大会が催され、奨励会に入る前、全国の強い子供たちはこういった小さな大会で何度も顔を合わせる。春信も僕もそういうイベントでは常連になっていて、すでに何度も顔を合わせていた。あれは何年生の頃だったろう。恐ろしく熱いイベントで僕と春信は準決勝で顔を合わせた。
Is he gonna feel bad for destroying him? That's kind of been our pattern here. Do you have any water? I know, he's struggling.
ひどく辛そうで、見ているこっちまで苦しくなった。午後になると風が止み、
Bro's baking like an omelet up here.
多分貧血を起こしているのだろう。彼の顔はどんどん青白くなって
Bro, Ray is so empathetic, man. He's an empath.
傲慢な考えかもしれない。 でも僕はなんとか最短で罪まで持っていく道を
Just
探
so that
し
he
てい
wouldn't
た。
have to cook.
一刻も早く目の前の子を冷房の効いた涼しい場所で休ませ
Ray
れ
is
ばと
so
思った
caring,
のだ。
man.
しかし
Did you leave yourself open by doing that?
彼は負けが濃くなったし、
Oh, in the end game, yeah.
ありったけの持ち駒を自陣に投入して必死の抵抗を始めたのだ。
He's
汗
bringing
まみれ
it
の真
out,
っ青な
bro.
顔
He's
からは
lengthening
声
the
にな
game.
らない叫びが漏れ出していた。負けたくない。負けた
He's
くな
gonna
い。
throw up.
負けたくない。負けたくない。
Ray's going through heat exhaustion, man. Oh, did he cook?
その瞬間、僕は
He
自分
cooked!
の思い上がりを恥じた。負けたくない。
Good move.
目の前の人間がこんなに汗まみれでフラフラになってまでここに座っているのは勝ちたいからなのだ。負けたくない。それはもうどうしようもなく、僕と同じに長い戦いになった。もう僕の勝ちだった。それでも彼は一手一手もがくように見えない
Ray's
敵を
build different.
探して
Is it gonna
刺し続け
turn on him or no? I just like how the two balloons are like the two of them. Oh,
ついに刺
he
す手
ran
が
out
な
of
くなる
fuel.
時
Yeah,
が
and
来た。
Ray kept going up. Good visual metaphor.
どんなに目を凝らしてももうどこにも自分の玉の生きる
That's
道
checkmate.
がない。負けました。
He's crying.
そうつぶやくと彼は漫画みたいな大粒の涙をポロポロとこぼし始めた。僕はそれをセミの声とデパートの屋上の BGM の中でただ黙って見つめていた。多分この先何十年も向き合うかもしれないその顔を。
Bro suffers from success all the time. That's literally his lived existence, man. Shout out the water ripples. Good motif.
プロになるということは止まらない列車に飛び乗るようなものだ。もう二度と降りることはできない。負けて転がり落ちるまでは。この小さな宇宙の中で気が遠くなるほどの勝ったり負けたりを繰り返すのだ。負けたくないと喘ぎながら。
Bro got his drinks ready. Did he say this the I forget the name of the tournament, the like sixth game of the Dragon Lion something something?
Oh, Kiriyama.
What's up, Smith? Smith. And Mr. Passionate. Your rival. He wishes, man. Okay. Chubby is crazy. Exactly. Bro got the pink stripes? I kinda like it, Smith. Good move. 落ち着け。まずゆっくり息を吸い込む。 Okay, breathing
浅い息
exercises.
は視界を狭くする。
Good move. Yikes, the lips are crazy, dude.
遅いぞ桐山、待ちくたびれたぞ。
僕は時間通りに来ました。早く来たのは二階堂さんの方でしょ。もう。
そっか。気持ちが流行ってしまってな。さあ、始めようじゃないか。
It's so over for him. Ray is currently undefeated in everything we've seen. Alright. It's a pretty varied amount of ages in this tournament. I saw an older gentleman.
来た。
Great, I love this background music, man. I'm always a hoe for piano. Piano might be the best instrument. Instrument tier list? Piano wins?
3五歩
Honestly, yeah. Alright.
同銀 1五歩
Me pretending to understand what's going on.
強くなっている
Yes, this board here has a lot of pieces
じ
on
わ
it.
じわとでも揺るがずに攻めてくる
He's grown.
ダメだ受けてばかりでは拉致が開かない
I gotta push in a bit.
流れを変える
Ray being active instead of reactive. That's kind of a fitting, right? This kid has got such nostalgia to him, man. It's a sweater tears.
汗あの時と同じだ顔色が
I
悪
was
い
about to say, it would be quick if it was already tears.
二階堂の様子がおかしいすいません空調聞いてますか
すいません。どうもエアコンの調子が良くないみたいで。
He cheats. The referee's gone. You don't need to look out for me. I'm your rival.
あのデパートの屋上に。
Dang, he was flashbacking too. That's funny. I've been through worse.
続けようぜ。
Fighting spirit.
5七強
Was that a pretty good move? Oh,
不切れをついてきたか
attacking my weak spot.
7六歩
I assume P is pawn. Crazy move.
え
He got me. He got my ass.
6八銀金取りを放置して銀打ち
It's a bluff. Yeah, it's not. He's not gonna just drop a piece, bro.
なんだこれ
You've been deceived. The question is it a bluff though, or is this real? You know what I mean? Is it actually like if I take the bait, am I getting hoed? I assume it's a pretty good move if Ray's actually freaking out. He's way smarter than, you know. He's a genius. Justin glasses. Alright, yeah.
負けたくない
There we go, some fighting spirit.
負けたくないよね
Dang, that's some good. I love that attitude from him. We have not been able to see this kind of attitude from him. Oh, he said refuel.
落ち着け息は深く視野は広く冷静にさえいければこの局面僕の方がいいはずだ
Tunnel vision is gonna hoe me, yeah. Both in the board and in real life.
差
Facts.
し続けろ対局は夜まで続き僕は春信の粘りを振り切り続けた
Bro got better though. Dang, we still here.
そして
ありません。負けました。
Hey, GG, brother.
ああそうだこの顔同じまんまだ子供の頃とちっとも変わっていない
What are the little like envelopes at the end of the balloons? Or like little
そしてき
things?
っと僕
I
も
don't know what those are.
きっとこのままずっと
Wow.
ずっとずっと
It can feel like that sometimes, huh? Hello?
春信様。花岡。グリーン休暇は世界
Oh,
一周
yeah.
を通したんだ。80日間帰ってこないんじゃなかったのか。
大奥様に代わっていただきました。
Yeah.
私は
Okay.
10日間で十分です。船旅は満喫させていただきました。正直春信様と離れている方が心配で心配で、もう不整脈とか起こしかねない危なさであり
Didn't
ましたよ。
freshen up even slightly. Brutal.
病院の方へ行っていませんでしたね。
To the hospital
このま
again?
ま森川先生のところ
Oh, he might actually have a medical condition
連
then,
絡
yeah.
をしてあります。
Like I think Ray said anemia earlier.
春信様、おつらいですか。また腎機能が低下しているのでしょう。
すまない。
申し訳ありません。私がいない間、食事も無茶なさったのでありましょう。
そうね、
Oh, he's apologizing for losing the match.
病院食ばかりではストレスがたまります。それも子供の頃からです。どんなにお辛いか、花岡はずっと見てまいりました。大丈夫、花岡がついております。焦らず少しでも体調を戻しましょう。桐山様は対局はいかがでしたか？
負けた。強かった。あんなに強くなってるなんて。でも次は絶対に負
Good
けない。
passion. Good passion, good energy.
もちろんですとも、春信様。
Okay, bro's got them broken kidneys. That's good to know. Beyond the night sky.
二階堂との対局を終え、約束通り
The
僕は
sisters?
みんなのいる家に向かった。
Or to his house? No, the sisters.
送り物なの。ごちそう作るから。
Last day of the Obon festival.
こんばんは、桐山です。
遅かったね。お疲れ様。お腹減ってるでしょ。
Momo, what's wrong?
遅くなってすみません。
What is wrong with the
ほら
child?
ママ、レイちゃん来たよ。
これ
Kiddy.
さあ、どうぞ。桐山くんのは遅いから別
This
に持っておいた
this
よ。
child is so sweet.
ありがとう。
桐山くん小食だから、ちょっとずつ持
My
って
goodness
よけておいたよ。
美味しそう。
Bro, he's actually he's blush emoji right now.
こっちがおばあちゃんとお母さんの
Yup,
分
gotta give them their
セット
food.
に盛り付けてみました。
That's hilarious. No, that's for the parents. Mom and grandma got reincarnated into the cats. Think about it. Bro is sauced.
おじいちゃん寝ちゃダメよ。そろそろ送り火炊かないとだし。
Gotta give mama and grandma their portions.
そうだな。あんまり
Makes
遅くなる
sense.
とばあさんたち帰るの大変だからな。
True. They will.
この間夕方炊いて。
そう、この間は迎え盆だったから。迎
That's
える
very
時
sweet.
は早く来て、みんな待ってるよって日が暮れる頃炊くの。で
So that's how it feels emotionally, right? That they're still coming
少
home.
しでも長くいてほしいから晩ご飯が終わってから炊くのよ。でね、来る時は早く来てほしいからキュウリの馬。
Maybe Momo's
帰り
feeling
はお土産たくさん持
bad
って
for Mama.
ゆっくり無事に帰れるようにナスで作った牛に乗って行ってもらうのよ。さあ、そろそろお見送りしましょうか。
Dang, that would be hard to do. I mean, this is like it's like a morning ritual, right? So I totally get it. And I think that can be like really positive for the cats are giving me so much life right
み
now.
んなはいつもと変わらずニコニコしてるけど、やっぱりどこか気だるく、しんみりして見えた。こんな風に馬や牛を用意したり、ごちそうを用意したり、
Aww, that's a really
も
good
うい
shot
ない
right
人
there.
たちの来る時間や帰る時間をみんなで気にしたり。僕には余計思い出して悲しくなるための
Mm.
切ない儀式にしか思えなかった。
さあ、そろそろうちに入りましょうか。ママもお風呂入って寝ようかね。
You good? Are you good?
私ちょっとコンビニ行ってくる。
Are you good? She maybe just needs some time alone.
今から何買いに？漫画新刊出てるの忘れてた。
Nah, I mean, she's not buying that, obviously.
ついてってくれ。
The spank is crazy.
はい。
It was more like a push, but... Well, don't stalk her. Be like, yo, I'm coming with. But I think she just needs some time to process on her own, right? I wonder if Ray ever had those kinds of ceremonies for his family. It sounds like he did, but that's a good shot of the moon.
どこ行くんだ? そっちはコンビニじゃ.
Oh wait, where are we going? I don't like going up. I don't like, okay, I don't think I should panic this hard. I really don't think, but it's really scary every time to see any, you know what I mean? Surely she just wants to see a nice view, right? Yeah, she's just looking at a nice view. Yeah, we're fine.
いた.
No, I'm really scared now. I don't like that. Okay, no, she's just crying. Okay.
声がかけられなかった。胸が詰まるような声だった。きっとみんなの前ではずっと我慢してたのだろう。
Whoa. Oh, they backed off. He showed up to like help him buzz off. Just in case. I don't know if they were bad intentioned, but good he was there.
彼女の声を聞いていたら閉じ込めてあった疑問が。
Dude, you don't have to like pretend to be strong with your family, you know what I mean?
いいよ。
But it's okay if like you want to do it on your own too, but yeah.
もうちょっとここにいよう。僕はずっと消えてしまった本当の僕の家族のこと。泣いても仕方ないから諦めて、悲しいから考えないようにして頭から追い出して、
But now what, bro?
追い出して。でも本当にそれでよかった。
I don't know if they're gone. I think they're still in your heart, man. They're about to come back.
泣いてる彼女と泣かない僕と、二人並んで見上げる美しい、ただただ美しい7月の夜空。
You know what I mean? Like, dude, they're just gonna make me sad like a million times. That's literally their onus here. That's so scary, man. I'm really worried about Ray, bro. I'm worried about this guy because it's just like, what do you think about your lack of crying? You know? Because I mean, he's doubting it. Right? He said, was that the right thing to do? Because I think it was like not a good thing for him to do for himself, right? It's not like you did your parents wrong or your sibling wrong, your family wrong. It's that like you didn't give credence to your own emotions kind of thing. And that scares me because then I think they're going to come back with a vengeance and like really hurt him. His own emotions, right? That were buried. But you know what I mean? Because I think it's so real to like harden your heart in response to like emotional trauma. That's super real. But it doesn't mean it's a good idea. You know what I mean? I'm so paranoid, bro. I'm literally so paranoid. Yeah, and that's why he's like looking at his younger self when all that trauma was. I'm so paranoid with this kind of show. I mean, obviously she's troubled. Yeah. Your beautiful, your wonderful friend is just like a nice and shiny round ball. Oh shoot. Bro's the looker in this one. He looking in my soul, bro. Bro, if I'm having to play against him in this shot, like, I'm giving up. You've already seen my moves before I've even conjured them. You know what I mean? Holy. You know what? I think my favorite part of this one is the door. The door on the right. I really like the way the light's coming through the door. Am I crazy for that? Am I wrong for that? And like the way, like, at the bottom here, you can very clearly see it's like slide marks at the bottom right corner. Quite like that. Anyways, I guess we got the episode to talk about, huh? Dang. I mean, that's just sad. I won't talk about it too much so that we can jump into the next one and then we can kind of talk about them both. Let me grab the line at the start that I missed because the subtitles were not there. Just to make sure you didn't say anything crazy. I need to get curtains was the line. Okay. One fried chicken left. Yeah. And he made himself a yummy little sandwich. Yeah. I mean, one thing I really liked about this episode was, like, the showing of the ceremony. That's, like, something that, like, is very interesting to me. Because that's a very cultural thing, right? And, like, the, like, place that I understand, like, this kind of ritual best is just my very rudimentary understanding of, like, Confucianism or whatever, which is just, there's a lot of focus, and I kind of talked about this already a little bit, but there's a lot of focus on, like, ritual as a way to, like, foster the correct emotions and the correct dispositions and such. And, like, you know, and, like, mourning is a very, very, like, highlighted example of that, right? And so I really think of that, and I really like the ways it's, like, we set them food as if they're going to come home. And, like, if you think about that, like, there's a really interesting division between, that's what I was talking about at the beginning, between, like, rational thought and, like, emotional experience, where rationally it doesn't make any sense to put out food for them. Rationally, it doesn't make sense to light the fire for them, saying we want you to stay as long as possible, because rationally, you know they're gone, right? That's just the reality of the situation. But that doesn't, just because you feel that, you understand that rationally doesn't mean you feel that way, right? And I think that's the point of this kind of ritual. This kind of ceremony, if you prefer that term, where it's like you're acting in accordance with your emotions. And I'm kind of thinking that Momo was old enough to understand that, like, that means the mother died, like, recently, because Momo seems to have been, like, be old enough to understand, like, how sad this is, right? Whereas if either Momo was younger or this had happened longer ago, then Momo probably wouldn't be as impacted, because I don't think she would understand as well. But it seems that she, like, is pretty messed up by this, right? Which is very understandable. Those cats I love so much. The cats are the reincarnations, bro. They're their spirits watching over the family still, bro. It's kind of a crazy thing to say when they actually have voices. But yeah, so it's like emotionally, like rationally none of this makes sense, but emotionally it makes a lot of sense, right? I don't know. In that division, I don't know. I'm like currently in a process where I'm like trying to escape from rationality a lot and like integrate a lot more with like the emotional reality of being a human type shit. And so this is very resonant to like that for me. But yeah. Oh yeah, we also had homeboy Nikaido. Master Hana. So he has kidney issues. I'm gonna write that down. Let me grab his his actual full name. Right here, I think. Harunobu. Harunobu. So it does seem that his, I think, grandfather, if I'm remembering right, though I might be wrong on that, here, his like caretaker, if nothing else, his primary caretaker, he literally left his trip so that he could come back and like take care of him. Self-proclaimed rival, in hospital frequently from kidney issue. Bro, everyone's like got something going on in this show, man. I mean, other than so far Smith and Issa, but like, you know what I mean? Harunobu here got kidney issues, hospital bound. I mean, that's tough. That's really tough to deal with, right? At first, I thought he was just poor at dealing with the heat, but he's actually got like deeper medical, issues going on. So that really sucks for him. You know, they gave him like unexpected emotional death, like real quick here, right? I do wonder. I think he was probably saying sorry that you were worried about me and had to leave your trip. Sorry I lost. Sorry that I'm so sick. You know, there's all sorts of things he could be apologizing for there, but. So yeah, that was good for fleshing out his character. I quite liked that. And then, obviously, the family stuff. This is very sad. I mean, yeah, I don't know. They're all just coping with it their own ways, and they seem to be doing it in like all pretty healthy ways, right? Dude, the glass breaking here scared me so bad. It's like, what is glass breaking? That's the thing. I'm just paranoid, man. I don't know why. I don't know why it makes me so paranoid. I think it just stems from like worry, I guess. But it's like, no, she's just crying by herself, and that is so okay. I'm just worried things are gonna get worse, and like I feel like somewhat bad for. I don't know if these kids were in bad spirits or not. I kind of feel like they were worried, and they're like, yo, should we like check up on this girl? Like, is she good? But Ray's protective instincts jumped in and made him act, so that was still good. And he was like, yeah, all good, man. All right, you got this handled? I bet. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too charitable. But yeah, like, for her to feel like she needs to go somewhere else to cry, I don't even think that's a bad thing. Because, like, be as comfortable as you... Like, I think... I would want her to understand that, like, her family's, like, should be accepting of those emotions. And I think they totally are. And I think she probably understands that. But that doesn't mean that she needs to express them to her family. Like, yeah, process it on your own, As long as you're doing it in, like, a safe way. That is so fine. You got on Ray for just crying, like being there with her. Not crying with her, which was notable. Caused him a little bit of self-doubt. I mean, bro, what a mirror to look into. He's getting a mirror of his own experience with losing his family by watching the experience of a group of sisters and grandfather who lost part of their family. And so, like, whenever she cries, he thinks, should I be crying? Dang, that's tough. I mean, humans, everyone experience things differently. Everyone cope in different ways. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want him to think he's done something wrong. I just want him to do right by his own emotions, right? Which I think would include mourning them more thoroughly. And that's like the point of these rituals, is to kind of like put you into a mindset to actually care about, to like, instead of avoiding them, right? He talks about like, right here, this was a really good line. It just made me think of a sad ceremony that only brings back painful memories. But that's the point, and that's exactly like the use. The point of the sad ceremony is to bring back painful memories. But because painful memories need to be brought back in order to deal with them, right? I guess media, to kind of go to the thing I was talking about at the beginning, can be used for that effect. That even because you do a sad ceremony knowing you're going to feel sad, but that doesn't like, I think, destroy your ability to feel sad. Right? Man, am I literally Ray? I feel like I'm literally Ray. Unironic for a second. As if like anything I've said has been ironic up to this point. No, but like this feeling here where he's like, she's crying and I'm not. Am I doing the right thing? I feel like that every time I watch something sad. Where it's like, though it's a little different for him because his am I doing the right thing is past oriented, right? Made me sad to think about them, so I tried not to. It's just not my thing. Was that the right thing to do? Right? Where she's not chasing them out. She's going through the emotions now, and so that's why he's wondering if that was the right thing to do or not, right? Right there. But yeah. I kind of feel that way sometimes. I definitely feel that way sometimes. Where I'm like, dang. That's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning. I mean, the reason I was even talking about, like, I'll get episode 4 up so we can jump into that pretty quick here. But the reason I was even talking about that is that, like, it's as if there's, like, a wall or, like, a lack of ability to properly be synced up with emotions, right? Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I feel like I've grown into, like, a state of, like, faux emotions that has been layered on top of apathy or something like that, right? Sometimes I doubt the validity of my own emotion a lot of the time because they feel kind of fake. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, but, you know, or I feel like I'm lacking. I feel like I'm lacking some sort of emotion that should be there, right? I feel that way a lot of the times. And so, like, I felt that way a little bit of this last episode where it's like, I don't know, like, I'm more paranoid than I am sad, right? Is there something wrong with me? Maybe I'm Ray. Oh, shit. I'm Ray. I think somebody said in the Discord recently, like, how long until he says I'm literally Ray? I'm literally Ray! Episode 3. Mark it in the calendar, bro. I'm every character in every show, bro. I am Aragi. I am Miyuki. I am Ray. I am Reg. I am Okabe. I am them all. Yeah, I don't know. Episode 4. Let's just get this going. Strike while the iron's hot. Something of that sort. Let's get going in. A 3, a 2, a 1. Bang. Ritual. It also, like, doesn't help that I haven't really, like, had a family member die before. I mean, yes, but not like an intimate family member, right? I've had family members, like, pass away, but, like, you know, not like somebody of my immediate family. So it's always a little different. Or it's a little different, you know? So, like, yeah, I don't know. Though I sometimes get worried that, like, something like that's gonna happen and I'm not gonna be able to, like, emotionally, you know, that I, like, emotionally won't respond properly. That's a fear I sometimes have. That's, like, I'm gonna lose somebody that I care about and that I actually won't care. Yeah, that's one of my fears for sure. But that's fine. Bet. You know what I mean? Just clutch it out. Just lock in and study a bunch of shogi. Surely that will be healthy, right? If you just avoid all those emotions and just, like, force yourself to do something that is productive. Surely. surely. Interesting. Episode 4. Another sip for you, another sip for me. Hina. That would be fitting, huh?
ひなちゃんはとっても悩んでいた。
I wonder what. I do quite like Hina. I've grown to quite. She's a very sweet. Ever since she like helped Ray when he was crying in bed. That very much was like a boon for me. Momo do be sippin'. That cat do be. Oh, she got a little crushy. Bro's locked into them nuts.
はい。明日は日曜日。
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, sorry.
ひなちゃんの中学の野球。
It's a hint! No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
僕、渋川に行って食べたこと。
Holy shit! He's in! He's in! It's all a metaphor. You're the perfect winner, Snap. Okay. Breathe. Widen your scope, just like he was saying. Okay. The son of a milkman! It's all. Oh my goodness. Wait, do we know Takehashi? Parents' milk? Oh, because milkman. Okay. So, what? Dang, okay, Takahashi.
彼女はその気になる人、どうやら高橋くんというらしいに。
Oh, the kitty's playing with the nut.
を手渡したいらしく。
競争率上がっちゃったね。ひななんて小学校の頃から高橋くんのこと好きだったのにね。
Aww. It's a Hina, come on.
なんで もすぐそういう風に言わないで。お姉ちゃんのバカ。はいはい、ごめんごめん。
Dang, this is getting me hungry.
そんな乙女の一大イベント前夜を目の当たりにしている
That S did a lot of work in that sentence.
渋川二葉の栗の皮を剥きながら
Bro got her feet sticking out in socks. Why are you sleeping in socks, Momo? Take those
どれ
off.
見せてごらん。
Because it'll make you sleep
か
better.
ぼちゃのコロッケとおにぎりで作ったお花畑か。かぼちゃ茹でて潰して丸めて粉つけて。
Oh my goodness, so many steps. Oh, that's not kind of yummy.
そうね。
Fry
試
them?
合って10時からでしょ。
We're out of
9
time.
時半に家を出るとして初めて作るものは危険だと思うな。だって時間読めないし読めないと焦るし焦ると失敗したりするじゃない。ほら
Dang, she's smart.
じゃあどうすればいいのよ。
Make that fried chicken. Yes.
唐揚げと卵焼きと赤いものが欲しかったらプチトマトとか。何か食べれそうなものはないかにゃ。そんなのやだ。ありきたり。おばさん
How many cats are in this house? I don't recognize that one.
おばさん。おい、ひなこれに決め
Dang.
たもん。はいはい。じゃあ勝手になさい。もう相談になんて乗ってあげないんだから。
Oh, that kitty is snoozing.
大変。もうこんな時間。
What was up with that owl cat? I'm still thinking about that owl cat.
お金が。
Shit. I'm broke.
お姉ちゃん、これ買いたいんですけど、お金が足りなくて、ガラガラ。なになに？栗かぼちゃ、牛ひき肉、パン粉、玉ねぎ、卵、ブラックペッパー、ラディッシュ、オリーブ、アボカド、アスパラ、ヤングコーン、バルサミコ酢、レモン、マッシュルーム、パプリカ、もっとなででなでで、ゴロブルームゴロ。ローズマリーってあんたどんだけ作るつもり？っていうかいくらかける気？コストパフォーマンス悪っ。ざっと見て3000円は超えるわよ。どこの料亭のお弁当よ。なんでよそんちのこのお弁当代でうちの食費から3000円も？うちなんて牛乳だってそこでの158円でしか買ったことないのに。嫌よ。何よ。よその子って言うなら宮崎だって桐山君だって。
That's a low blow. The cats? The cats is a really low
お姉ちゃ
blow.
んばっかよその子にどんどんお金使って。姉ちゃんよその子
Okay.
なの。
Oh.
どこから来たの？お兄ちゃんじゃないの？
Aww. Momo. I am your big boy.
すみません気まずい
This is awkward. That was awkward.
ごめんな
He's
さい。
found family.
ああいやこっちこそ食費払うって言ったんだけどあかりさんなかなか受け取ってくれなくてでもこれでちゃんと受け取ってくれるようになるかもそしたらもう僕も申し訳なくないし
お姉ちゃんってね、何でも拾ってくるの。
True.
犬とか猫とか。
That's why we have so many
昔から
animals.
なの。
Okay.
ガリガリの子を見るとほっとけないの。で、ふくふくにするのが好きなの。
She's so caring.
でも、さすがに
He
人間
was
拾って
skin
きた
and
時に
bones.
はびっくりしたよ。
That's what she said verbatim.
でも大丈夫。きっとお姉ちゃんがすぐにふくふくにしてくれるよ。
そうかな
Dang, she got the shoes on.
そうだよ。
The slippers. What is that statue? My goodness. Alright.
そして日曜の朝
You dropped him? She's panicking. No, bro. No, bro.
遅れます。先に行ってねっと。やだそうだ。何着ていこう。お弁当で頭がいっぱいで全然考えてなかったよ。
Dude, she is
これじゃ
tripping.
おしゃれしすぎ。
This woman is freaking out.
いつの間にか遅れてる。
The owl. There's so many animals, man. Oh. Oh yeah, the curtains. That's funny. Bro's gonna sleep in now. Yes, look at him taking care of himself, investing in himself. Good move. Go. Oh, the guy in the baseball. There he is.
あれが噂の高橋くんか。でけえ、本当に中学生。そして確かにかっこいい。あ、いたいた。
She's yelling in the air, right?
間に合ったのかな。
Ooh! It's coming for me!
ホームラン？
He's cracked! He's cracked! This guy's goated. Got them fangirls and everything, bro.
かっけえ。本当に打っちゃったよ。
Didn't even smile until he's too cool to smile.
めちゃめちゃ少年漫画の主人公っぽいんですけど、ひなちゃんのあんな顔見たことねえ。なんかめちゃくちゃ青春っぽいんですけど、甘酸っぱいっつうか、まっとうな恋っぽいよ。恋？
Have I ever felt like, oh no, what's this? Oh no, did something, what happened to you, bro? I don't know who this woman is, but she's on my shit list. I'm already gonna kill her. This looks like manipulation. This does not look good. Bro was like assaulted straight up. Bro was taken advantage of. What happened?
着替えたら松田に集合な。
え、松田？もんじゃ？腹減った。
高橋くんは。
高橋も行くだろ、松田。あ、はい。
Alright, lock in, make it happen. No, no, you have to force your way in. No, you worked so hard. It's gotta be worth. Oh. My lunch for you. Damn. No, that is so sad. You can't be throwing that away, man. The Ray clutch.
ダメだよ。
だってお姉ちゃん聞く。
Oh, you don't gotta, like, that's
ど
so
うして渡さ
sad.
なかったのって。せっかく作ったのになんでって。
なんだ。
お姉ちゃんにはわかんないもん。
なんで泣くんだ。
だってお姉ちゃん
She never has trouble with
お料理だって上手だし。
the other gender. I mean, we've seen her. She clean up nice, you know.
誰でも喜んで。
Aw, insecurity, man.
ゆうべもさっきまでだってあんなに嬉しそうだったのに。
This poor girl is like got some insecurity, you know.
うん。帰ろう。帰ってみんなで食べよう。女の子ってわからない。
Me and you both, brother. That's funny. That's a good line. Aw. Emotional support family. Sister, jump in. Clutch it.
そっか。渡せなかったのか。残念だったわね。頑張ったのにね。
Aw.
もう泣かないの。わかるわよ。お姉ちゃんも渡せなかったことある
Oh,
の。
that'll be good. That'll be a good. Yeah, that'll help her.
お姉ちゃんもあげれなかったことあるの？そりゃあるよ。ひなと同じだよ。可愛いの作りたくて張り切って頑張って焦って失敗して。
That's why she was talking about like you gotta be so careful. You don't want to panic and mess up.
口出ししちゃった。
Yeah.
でね、なんか思い出しちゃった。昨べ私がひなに言ったことって昔お母さんが私に言ったことと同じなの。ああ、親子なんだな。
Aww.
なんてね。
That part. That's cute.
お母さんが
Dude, this is such a sweet show. Maybe it's not gonna hurt me.
じゃあみんなで食べよう。
Maybe it's just like that nice kind of sad. as opposed to that sad kind of sad. You know what I mean? Where it's just like a healing sad rather than a hurting sad. I can't tell. I'm so paranoid. Yes, eat some of that freaking yummy yums, bro. Dude, those cats are chilling. Dude, that's me, bro. That's freaking me in like 2 hours when I'm chowing. It's bad? Clutch. It's horrible. Damn. That's a funny line. Okay, clutch. All's well that ends well. Big win. Yeah, exactly. Homeboy would have been like, you cooked this for me? What an insult. That was a cute chapter. Versus. Chapter 8. What happened to him, though? What happened to Ray with his first love? It looks like he was taken advantage of when he was in his, like, apathetic period. Oh, they're skirmishing. Which is really sad. Maybe that's part of him being left drunk outside the bar. I could see him being given alcohol and then taken advantage of. He might have been intoxicated during that. It's just sad.
俺が居飛車でお前がもう一回一手損角代わりな。しかも何それ、俺ただの練習台じゃん。小さいよ桐山。ことは気を要するんだ。一手損角代わりなんてこのままのさばらせておくわけにはいかないんだよ。じゃあ振り飛車させばいいじゃん。俺は居飛車党なんだよ。俺の苦手戦法をそのままにしておいていいのか。
You gotta get more strategies, man.
研究は一人でやる方が性に合ってるんだって何回言ったら互いに高め合う貴重なライバルを失うことはお前の勝利において多大な損失なんだぞ。分かっているんだろうな本当は。桐山、時は急を要する。だから一刻も早く二人で探し出さねばならないんだ。むしろお前こそが探し出さねばならんのだ。一手損角代わり潰しの特効薬。そう。
Ah, the Nikaido vaccine, bro, named the move. No, because you're doing it for me. Make me my named move. Dude, he's thinking about his own death. He's thinking about the next generation because his own mortality is so imminent. That's sad.
しかも俺オールラウンダーだからそれあんま関係ないし。って聞いてる人の話。
That's crazy, actually. Bro, you're so hungry. Let's go get some food. Yeah, bet. What are we trying to get? McDonald's? Bet. I'm getting a 20-piece nugget. Agreed. Yes, that's what I said. Oh my goodness, we're locked in. And I'll get nuggets. Oh my goodness, we actually went to McDonald's. Yes, you should get your booty in here. Aw, man. I'm actually so mad. We didn't go to McDonald's. Bread? I eat bread? I do too. Acquaintance? Oh, just Momo! Random Momo spotted. Holy crap, it's Momo. Momo, what are you... Why are you pandaing this guy? Pandako. What is a Bodoro? Oh. You're a big Bodoro. Wait, Totoro? Is that a Totoro? Wait, I'm thinking it's Totoro now. From My Neighbor Totoro. That's a goated show, goated movie. Shall we hold hands? Alright. Where are her sisters, man? Where are her sisters, man? There she is. Yeah, like literally, like. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, she went through a loss of her love, so she changed up her hairstyle. Low key on the sleazy. Yeah, she's like, what are you doing with my kid, bro? Or my sister, man?
あかりさん顔が真っ赤なんですけどまさかあかりさんのストライクってここなの
No, 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 no. Bro feels the competition. This would be that'd be such an L.
はじめまして桐山くん
Oh,
の
because she likes soft and fluffy,
二
bro.
階堂春信と申します
晩ご飯はもしよかったらあなたもいらっしゃる
Dude, he's not skin and bones. Yeah, like.
ありがたいお言葉ではぜひ喜んで
Oh my goodness, and we're looking for food. Oh my goodness, it's fate. Oh my god, me! Momo, make another one. He's like, damn, where am I? There's cats and children everywhere.
まるで映画のセットみたいだ
ごめんなさい桐山くん
いやひなちゃんが謝る
Akari, I need you to lock in. Wait, she has a feeding fetish. I'm sorry, that was wrong with me. That was actually wrong with me. That's a crazy line. That's why she wants to feed Ray, though. Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong. Because she wants to make him big and... I'm wrong. That's what I said. Agreed.
本当にごめん何が食べたい今日は買い出しの日だったからだいたい何でもできるわよ唐揚げ
Bro, she is giving him way too many options. He had 2 options and I said no, too many. He needs to be careful with his food, though. Yeah, he needs to be careful because of his kidneys.
すいませんなんでもないです食べられます
まあそうなのね
Dietary restriction.
大人の味が好みなのねおかしいわその豊満なボディはそんなメニューで
Yeah, I was about to say...
もしかしてダイエット
No, he's not on a diet. Like, is he eating a bunch of carbs or something? Like,
あでもそうよね
if he diets that beautiful ball.
ですものねメタボリックな自分もしかしたらもっと
Yes, yes, she's on it. She's locked in.
いくらふくふくが魅力でも健康でなければいいことない
True. Oh my goodness, now she has another person to fix.
私に任せて
I can fix him.
あかりすまないねそれは言わない約束でしょ
参ったよあかりさんメロンもタケノコもいかんのだよもう何食ったらいいか
Why are you feeding this
お酒
man?
もダメだってほんの少しだけならだってさ
まあ山本様お気の毒なじゃあ
I want her to feed me.
伊達に祖母の世話やお店でのトークに耳を傾けて
Listen to my customers at the club. Oh, you work at the club. Okay, I didn't put that together.
さあどうぞ
So she locked into this kind of behavior. She knows what she's doing.
美味しい薄味なの
Crazy.
よかったよく噛んでゆっくり食べてね
She is so caring. Was tempted by the smell and is chewing well.
はい
Good job, Mom.
30回以上噛むようにじい
Oh,
やにも
that's
い
his
つも
butler.
言われているのですがどうにも自分せっかちで
素敵なじいやさんね
Everyone is like, why am I eating garbage over here? Like, oh, can you cook for me next time? Like, what's going on? Oh, that was her. Oh, it's the butler.
大変失礼
You probably rung him up, said, hey, yo, but.
こちらでお坊
Post
ちゃ
up,
まが
you
お
know what I'm
世話
saying?
になっておりますようで
おお花岡迎えに来てくれたのか
This is butler, right? Yeah.
よくここがわかりましたね
それは
You
も
put this
ちろん
together.
GPS
Oh, you used to find my friends.
おっと失礼どうも機関士の具合がちょうどここを
Hey,
通
can we
りかかっ
breathe
たも
more?
ので
Okay.
じいやはいつだってどこにいても必ず迎えに来てくれるんだ昔っからそうだった魔法みた
Hi,
いだろ
Mama.
ちょば二階堂ユウめっちゃ監視されてるんですけど今その人 GPS って言った
He did, yeah.
絶対言ってた
Homeboy's being
こ
tracked.
れよろしかったら皆さんで
$1 million
ご近所なのでもうご存知
from
か
the
もしれ
neighborhood.
ませんが
$1 million.
このお菓子私の大好物なんです
あらあらすいませんまあ奇遇です
うわ
わ
Crescent Moon
私も
snack.
これ大好きなんですすっごくよかったらお上がりになって
This art style reminds me of Madoka
お
Magica.
茶入れます
I just put that together in my head. That's 100% what it reminds me of. No wonder.
どうぞどうぞひな
We do be shafted. Pause. That was sweet. Dude, I could watch like a million of these at a time. This is so relaxing. Holy crap. These go so fast. This actually goes so fast. My goodness. Locked in, question mark? I'm so scared to like drop my walls, bro. I'm freaking terrified. I'm so scared of this show, but I can't tell if it's supposed to hurt me or not. But I think being paranoid is, you know what I mean? Oh, it freaks me out. You know what I mean? I'm freaking hungry too. This show makes me hungry too. Dang, it is crazy though. You put all your emotions into that meal and then you don't have the strength to give it to him. That sucks. At least it didn't get declined, because I'd be declining all your emotions. It's just, this is just like let down, right? It's just super strong letdown. I mean, been there, done that, right? 100 times, right? I'm gonna finally admit my feelings to homegirl. Oh, hey, never mind. I forgot. You know what I mean? That's why the new strat, you don't even go and talk to her anymore. You just look at her and be like, I wish I had the strength to talk to you, and then keep walking. You know what I mean? Bet. I love double selves. I love the two selves. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, preview. Next episode preview. Everyone dies. Oh. Plus best friend. Dad's best friend. Did he introduce Shogi? Who introduced Shogi? Okay. Oh, this one's fun. Wait, this one's cute. Hikawa Hikaru. The Momo freaking crusade, ready to fight the beast of one of the cats, bro. With her fork knife and her spoon knife. Or fork dagger. This one's cute. I like this one. Girl looks determined. I wanna grab her by the antenna in her hair and just go like, and then gently place her back down. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Dang, wait, these are kind of chill, man. These are kind of chill. I'm kind of liking them. Her like straight up adopting everyone she finds, is because she likes them cute and round, and you know what I mean, is adorable. I absolutely love her for that, bro. She's like, it's just, that's kind of risky, because like, what if the thing you care, like, if you care about everyone, then like, you need to have a real strong heart, because you're gonna get stabbed by everyone. You know what I mean? Like, what if like Nikaido freaking dies from kidney disease, right? Or whatever the kidney condition he has is called. Then it's like, homegirl's gonna be devastated. I mean, everyone's gonna be devastated, but it's like, that's just, I don't know, man. And what's my alternative, right? Don't connect with people? I mean, you know what I mean? It's just one of the things that I'm just paranoid right now. Why am I in such a paranoid mood? She is very caring, though. Caring is just risky, man. I respect it, though. I respect it. I do respect it, and it's like a good thing to do. And it's risky to not care, too, because then there's people that you should care about that you don't care about. So you might feel bad about not caring about people. You know what I mean? It's risky both ways, right? Shout out... what philosopher said that? Was it Derrida? I think it was Derrida. I think that was Derrida's entire point. Or was it Nancy? No, I think it was Derrida. Yeah. Shout out Derrida. I think. I'd have to check my notes. And I'm not checking that, because we're in the middle of Sangatsu. Alright. No, but like, the point of like, it's, you know, it's risky, because like, if you close yourself off to everyone, and then it's like, oh, wait a second, I should have treated that person better. They deserved better than I treated them. Then that's the risk too. You know what I mean? So it's risky to care about people, but it's also risky to not care about people. So you're just kind of, you know. But is it damned if you do, damned if you don't? Or is it like blessed if you do, blessed if you don't? You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta find the spot where you care about people as much as you can without like being destroyed, I guess. Just find the mean. She's just so sweet. I love her for it. She's pretty much perfect, you know what I mean? Okay, and the butler. Let me grab his name. Bro, are your lungs okay? Butler. He. Okay, wait, let me just real quick hit him with the subtitle browser. This show is so nice. It's so comfortable. I quite like it. My butler. What was his name, man? Is he on a diet? That's no good. If he diets, that beautiful ball-like shine would... That's crazy lines, bro. Good on him for resisting the Salisbury steak, though. I don't think I could. At all. But, you know, he's got to take care of himself. Wait, I don't think they said it here. I think they said it later. Oh, here it is. Hanaoka. Butler really cares. about Harunobu. Because he does. He definitely really cares. So much so that he interrupted his own vacation to go back and take care of him. Like his own son type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do kind of wonder here. Don't tell me Akari has a weakness. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Ray? Like in what kind of way, Ray? Are you worried? What's got you being led astray? Oh my goodness, he's got bars. Also, Bodoro is a Totoro reference? Question mark? This looks like Totoro type behavior. Right, this. Where homeboy was, Totoro was just being chilling. And then and there's a child on me. That's exactly what happened. I love Totoro. I need to rewatch that movie. But yeah, where was that shot with the love right here? Dude, what the hell happened, Ray? Why is there so much trauma? Why is there so much, it just keeps happening. All the parents are dead, or both parents plus sibling dead, abandoned by friends drinking, and then now some sort of love situation where you were pressured into probably something that was really horrible. Like, this looks so manipulative. This looks terrifying, man. Or did he actually like this? I don't know. He says love, but it's black and white, and it doesn't look like... This looks malicious. This looks scary. This does not look like he's into this. Or is that, like, zoomed out shot? This does not look good. This really doesn't, bro. What is going on here? Is it an older woman? Like, how much is he being taken advantage of? How long ago was this? He looks pretty grown here. This shit stressed me out, man. This is why I can't relax. Okay, maybe I'm paranoid for good reason, bro. Because they keep hitting me with stuff like this, but it's all in the past. So it's all about healing, and healing is so much easier to do than being hurt. So, like, I guess you know what I mean? I'm just worried. I'm worried that some of this stuff's gonna come back and bite us, man. Oh, and he's in his pajamas and she's in her, like, normal clothes. I mean, this is like a skirt. You don't wear a skirt to bed, do you? One of the lens of his glasses is gone. He only has one lens in the glasses. What happened? Were you treated rough? I feel like he might be intoxicated. No, but he's in pajamas. Who are you? Why are you in my house? Is this even my house? Where am I? I'm freaking lost, man. And they're not showing her eyes? Oh, wait, no. It got both lens in the glasses. It's just the shine of it, I think. Or the glare's only catching the one piece because of the lighting coming in. Okay, yeah, we're fine. But, like, you know what I mean? Because we can see both of them here. And he says this when talking about love. Like, your closest experience to love, human connection post parents' death and family death is this woman, potentially, who seems to, like, not be healthy. That's really worrying, man. That's gonna make it so hard for you to connect, like, in a healthy way in the future, you know? This is, like, some crazy baggage to have to deal with, right? This is just more reason to put your boundaries back up, your walls back up. To establish boundaries, but, like, maybe go too far and just put up a bunch of walls, right? Because boundaries are good, but you can go too far and then shut yourself off, right? She just seems... I feel like she might be older. And I'm trying to use that as, like, a case to show, like, that he's in a even more, like, unhealthy spot. Where, like, the power dynamic's screwed with. It's hard to tell, though. Yeah, and obviously he's, like, she's on top of him, kind of grabbing him by the collar, like, you know what I mean? And it definitely is post the parent stuff, right? Just the age-wise. Which makes it really bad, really scary. It's like, how are you supposed to learn to connect with people again when you're dealing with all this? I mean, that's what Akari's here to do, bro. Not in that kind of way, though. I don't think, you know what I mean? I think she's like the worker of some club. Like, I don't know if they would, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting, like, very minor hints of, like, that being a potential thing, but, like, he's 17. I think somebody corrected me. He's 17. Yeah, it's in my notes. He's 17. I don't know how old Akari is, but she's working in a club, and she's, I think, definitely graduated. So I would say she's, like, young 20s would be my guess, like 22. I'd say 22 so that she's slightly older than me. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, me? Because I'm 21 right now. Age reveal, people already know my age. Right, that's not a secret, but yeah. A couple people out there are like, I thought you were 13. Brother, all right, lay off. I don't look that young. Crazy. I love these cats. Yeah, it's just... It stressed me out, man. And I love though that he's being motivated by like because look at this, right? Like the framing here. He goes negative flashback. I was hurt. I was taken advantage of. It was bad. And that's fuel for him to take care of her emotions and help her out. To help Hina out with her love escapade, right? Where he's like, no, we're not going to just throw out your food because we know how much that means to you. Like, let's actually deal with this, you know? This is such a sad thing to do. This poor girl. I made this for you and I'm going to throw it away because I don't want to come back and look like a failure, bro. That's so real, man. Yeah. And so for Ray to jump in like this, I really appreciate it. He's forming a pretty good connection with her. You know, I bet he sees a lot of kindred spirit from him with her, right? I mean, with both the loss of a parent and then also now with like this love thing. I mean, he uses his experience as like a bond of sympathy to like a bond of empathy or whatever to connect with her. Though he says, don't do it. Yeah, I'm so curious about what got him, sick outside of a bar alone. Did he have a group of friends that took advantage of him? Or did he go there alone? Or did this girl take him there? We have no idea. And then what happened with this girl? Did he actually have feelings for her and then it went south? Did he not have feelings for her and was taken advantage of? Was he confused and not even sure how he felt because he was in this fugue state of apathy? And then she used him in that time to like satisfy herself? Like, it's because I think she's using him to satisfy herself in a way that's not good for him, right? But I don't know how much I don't know how his emotions were for her. I mean, when he thinks the word love, he thinks of her. So this is probably the closest experience he's had to like some sort of romantic love. But that doesn't mean it was love, right? People can have very unhealthy ideas of what love is. Not that I know what love is, but you can definitely have unhealthy ideas of what it is, right? You don't gotta know what love is to understand that a conception of it is unhealthy, right? Great shot. Love his eyes here. Man, this show is good. It's got me worried. It's got me worried, man. It's also doing that thing where it's like bouncing between like fun, happy, kind of comedic, slice of life, lighthearted stuff, and then it hits you with some negative, scary stuff, right? Where it gets more serious. No more of them like jokes, right? No jokes, no flashy things, new chapter drops, jokes, fun exaggerations. And then back to suffering, flashback, black and white, being taken advantage of. Who are you, woman? Who are you, woman? You're going in my notes. If you hurt my boy, I'm going to be really upset with you. I'm assuming you did. That's why you're already on my shit list. A little bit. But I don't know the situation, so we're not going to go too hard. But obviously, he did not have a good time with it because it's in black and white. You know what I mean? First love took advantage of him, question mark. I also wonder, we don't know exactly what happened here. Like, I assume she just, like, it was base. My assumption is that this is basically, like, some level of sexual assault. But I don't know. I have no idea, because they could have been in some sort of relationship, and it could have been complicated. Not that you can't sexually assault someone in a relationship, because you definitely can. But I just don't know any of the facts, so I'm scared. You know what I mean? My poor traumatized boy. Learning to love again. Learning to connect with people. Learning to empathize. Learning to grow. That's all good, and I'm here for it. It's a big win. It's just, I'm freaking terrified. I'm terrified because that can be such a vessel for such incredible untangling when you come out of a state like this. That is one of the most fearful things. It's what it said about this is more an analogy than anything else, because this isn't purely applicable, but like the idea of like somebody that's like suicidal, right? If they're suicidal, they're depressed for a long time, and then they seem really happy, that can be a massive red flag because they've finally grown confident enough to like end their life. And so it's like, oh, it's over now. You know what I mean? That's a red flag. If someone's super depressed and then they become like they're really happy and everything, that I think is a red flag. Any sort of like strong emotional change is a red flag, especially if someone's in a negative situation like that, right? Because it can mean they, or it might even be like I'm super depressed and then I start feeling better, and then now that I'm feeling better, I've now gained motivation, and then I leverage that motivation to end my own life, right? As opposed to I'm so depressed I don't even have the motivation to end my life, right? So gaining, becoming more happy can give you the motivation that then destroys you, right? So that always worries me so much. If you're in a really deep pit, the climb up can be like just as, if not more dangerous than the pit itself, right? So I'm just constantly worried about that with Ray, because we keep getting more and more flashbacks to sad things. And like the sisters, I'm slightly worried even that the sisters as a support network are going to be damaged, because if the sisters are as a support network are damaged, that just destroys him, you know. And I don't want to prove his walls right. I don't want to prove apathy right. I don't want to prove those things right, that it's the correct answer to not connect with people. I want them to connect with each other and be able to heal. But I'm just worried because connecting with people inherently comes with a risk, and that can really damage you. And then if you reach out and you get smacked, and then you reach out and you get smacked, and you reach out and your hand gets cut off, like, you're never reaching out again. It doesn't even have to do with losing a hand. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It just has to do with I've been hurt every time I've done this, so why would I do this anymore? So that's what's happening. They're healing. They're reaching out to each other, right? Day in and day out. But that doesn't mean that it's gonna work, and that frightens me. And then we got this freaking fat, juicy cat. Juicy? Yeah. Chowing down. I have such a massive crush on this woman. Those cats are freaking chilling, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Got me worried. This show's got a very high potential right now. It's very peak so far. I've quite liked it. It's had a very strong first couple episodes, 100%. I've quite enjoyed it, you know. I'm most interested in things like this, the dark underbelly of what's going on, right? The negative currents that run underneath all the behaviors, all the actions. That's what I'm most interested in, because that's where like the most dramatic tension would be, you know. Yeah, and we're getting pieces of that here and there, right? Like homeboy, Nikaido, you know, Hana Harunobu. Right, we're getting a piece of like some pretty scary stuff that could be coming back later to hurt us, or just like a showing of like how it's not just Rei that suffers when it comes to like pursuing shogi. You know, like he's sickly and struggling. And man, the line about like I want to have a legacy, I want to have some sort of vaccine. That's like, think about your own mortality. It's really different when he's literally sick. My dream is to leave a technique with my name on it for the next generation. That means he's got to, you know what I mean? He feels the pressure to do that quickly because he's a sick person. Like sick as in like, you know, ill. He's ill. So that hits way harder, man. I feel like I gotta lower my walls to let the show in. But it's just gonna hurt me, man. It's just gonna hurt me. I don't know, bro. Look at all these different characters' designs. Wait, they gave all these characters designs. That's kind of fun. Good on them for caring about background characters. What is up with the owl, man? I want this creature. I want to pet that creature, man. But yeah, really good episode. I quite like this episode. I don't think I have much more else to say on it. Just worried, thinking through different emotional approaches, right? Thinking through like the point of these kinds of shows on like a meta layer type shit, but that's enough yapping out of me, I do say. So, on to the next episode 5. I don't know if it'll be 5 and 6 or just 5, because there's a future one that'll be good to pair together. But, until the next episode, that's like after tonight. I forgot how the outro goes. If you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, comment below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me other Senkatsu fans there. But until then, until next episode, episode 5, that's like after tonight, I will be seeing you then.